I can make you over $100,000 this year in wholesaling real estate. And that is my intention of this video. And that is my intention on this live stream. This is my intention for you to make over $100,000 this year in wholesaling real estate. In this video live stream, I'm going to show you exactly how you can make $100,000 per year. And I'm going to show you how I can do it for you. And really, this whole topic today, the whole reason I wanted to have a conversation with you today is because I did one very interesting thing Friday, Saturday. I did one very huge thing that changed my mindset on exactly how I wanted to talk to you today, on exactly what I wanted to do with you guys today, and most importantly, everything you guys need to know for you to make over 6 figures in wholesaling real estate. Guys, on Friday, Saturday, I have a very top secret project that I've been working on probably for the past 2.5, 3 months, I would say. Just thinking about it and really putting in action this week. One of the craziest projects ever. And in one of these projects, which I'll reveal a little bit of it at the end of this video today, but I had a conversation. I had a chance to interview over 50 wholesalers making all ranges of income, okay? People making at least 6 figures. You guys saw a little bit of some announcements in the Facebook groups, things like that, but really on this top secret project, I interviewed wholesalers making $100,000 per year, and I went up and I found wholesalers making $1.2 million per year at the highest end of the spectrum that I was dealing with. Then some 2 to 3 million, but these are people I already knew and they weren't going to be part of the project, people I talked to regularly, but $700,000 per year people, 600,000, 250, like a wider range, over 50 people. And basically all day Friday, Saturday, I was able to interview them. I was able to talk to them. I was able to see what makes them tick, how their entire operations run, front to back, no recordings, right? Just legit from my cell phone. I made everything super private, like just raw, you know? And this is information that I swore secrecy not to really talk about with their specific business because they're in secret markets doing very, very secret stuff that I can't specifically reveal in this video today. But I can reveal some things that are going to be a little different, right? And what I could say is I went no holds barred, right? I like to record things and then share it with you guys in public, but I gave a full private thing because this was part of a huge project I was working on. And after speaking with 50 of these wholesalers all over the country, all walks of life, everything's different about every single one of them. Personality-wise, business-wise, market-wise, all these people, right? About 25 a day, Friday through Saturday. That's where I took a lot of my time. Hour phone calls, 20-minute phone calls, all this for my secret project I was working. I'll tell you guys in the future. And then this really sprung something in my mind that, I talk about one thing a week. And the main thing was I was like, you know what? I would say about 80% of those people I interviewed were people that legitimately, organically made their first 100K from my content, from freewholesaling.com, learning from me and Rick, and really starting from the mud, really, like starting from no money at all, nothing. And there's some people that kind of started before me and, during my times and, people 20 years old making 300K a year and people 50 years old, making 100K, right? Like all walks of life here. And really after having these conversations, after speaking with these wholesalers and really seeing what ticks for them, their passion, some of their non-passions, what they hate about this business, what they love, really everything you possibly can think of, it really got me thinking. It's like, these people are the epitome, right? These people are what most people right now watching this video are striving to be. They want to be part of those people, right? And I know a good amount of those 50 are actually watching this video right now, which is kind of funny. They know who I'm talking about. I kept it at 50. I had about 200 people, but I kept it at 50, okay? And really what I could tell you is I thought about one thing, and one thing, like these were the people that everyone was striving to be. These are the people everybody wanted to do. These were the people. And what I can tell you right now, and this is so important for everybody listening, if you have not hit 100K yet, I want to have a deep dive conversation with you. And I want you to compare yourself to these people. I want to see what I've done to fail you, what I've done to support you. And really talking to all these people, I feel great. You're like, oh, I helped you so much. Everything I do is perfect. But there are people on the other end that haven't hit that 1.2 million listening, haven't met that 250,000 listening for me, right? It's crazy, right? And I think a lot of wholesalers have a weird mindset about a lot of things. And what I want to do is just take a very simple, easy poll, right? And this is going to be really kind of a comical one, but this is the truth. But like everybody watching this, who wants to make 100 grand? Just put a hands up or say I, or I would like to, or I want to, or whatever it is. Who wants to make $100,000 per year? Who wants to do it, right? I would probably say me asking that question is pretty, it's a rhetorical question. I truly believe that 100%, 99.9 wants to make 100 grand or even more this year, right? Like it's pretty obvious, I can see in the chat, me, I want to make it, right? So like, obviously, most people watching this, they want to be at that point. They want to make more, they want to make less, they want to make it, okay? That is the goal for all these people watching. Truth is a lot of people aren't. And I want to bring everybody up to that level. And after me interviewing those 50 people, I really realized a lot of the stuff that they did, it wasn't exciting. I don't know how to say that in the best way. I don't know how to say that in the nicest way, but a lot of the stuff they did was super boring. Like and I'm a guy that loves wholesaling, right? Like oh my gosh, cold calling, talk about it, right? Like it gets me excited, but like it's the boring stuff, right? That meant a lot of those people to just hit that switch, right? And these are people in all walks of life, all markets, everywhere, right? And it was kind of fascinating. And so me talking to these people, super secret project, pretty cool. And I realized, I've helped a lot of people get to this point, but I know I can get you there. I truthfully, in my heart of hearts right now, I know I can get you there. I've helped so many people get there. And because I do it for free, because I help you get to that point, because I help the world get to that point, that it will bless me, it will bless you, and it will bless your family. And so the question is, how do I get you there? How do I make 2023 the year you do it? And I can tell everybody watching this, the first step is thinking it will happen, knowing it will happen. And I hate the whole cliche of manifesting it to happen. But really, this is the year you make or break it, right? And I get you all foo-foo, rah-rah, excited about making 100K this year. But really, let's get practical. Like, let's really talk about the realness of this business. Let's talk about the realness of how you can get to it. And the way you get to 100K a year is by just doing the stuff. It's the boring stuff. It's the stuff you have to do every single day. It's the non-quitting. I hate to call it the hustle mode, the hustle mentality, but like, it's the mode you got to hit. It's the mode that's going to take you for success and to success. And so that's the question. How do I get to 100K? How do I do it? The first thing I want everybody to understand, it's not working 5,000 hours a day. It's not doing this crazy, insane stuff, but just understanding one really simple way. Making 100K is going to take a year. It's not going to take a week. It's not going to take an hour. It's not going to just watching this video and everything clicks and changes forever. It's not going to be that thing. I hate to tell everybody this. Making 100K comes down to two things and two things only. And this is just the part that nobody wants to talk. This is the part super boring. This is the part that everybody eyes, they roll. They're like, oh my gosh, this is just so stupid simple, right? This is the part that nobody wants to talk about, but it's absolutely true. It will take a year, not a month. It'll take a year, not a week. It'll take a year, not a day. And really, it's truly a marathon of marathons. And what I'm doing is the marathon of marathons. And I'll tell you some of my goals. And, I think a lot of people know it from our super secret projects, but like they're making the 100K, making a million, they're all marathons, right? You can be the fastest guy in a marathon first 2 miles. Remember, it's a 26.2 mile race. Fastest guy for 2 miles. But when mile 3 happens, mile 4, mile 5, guys, I want you to understand that making 100K in wholesaling real estate is a 365 mile super ultra marathon. 365 days a year. It's showing up and doing it a mile a day. That is it. You might run 15 a day and then give up. That ain't gonna happen. The truth is, you can dominate the week, but the point is dominating the day every single day and getting better every single day. That is going to be the point. That is going to be the consistency that it takes to be successful. You got to remember, we can talk about the drive, the hustle, what makes me want to tick, what's the thing that gets me going, right? Like what do I got to do? Oh, it's the hustle, cash. I want to retire my mom. I want to do all this gangster stuff. Guys, it's important, but when we're really looking at like the stuff that you have to do or whatnot, it still comes down to consistency. When you retire your mom, that's going to be fuel for the consistency. Just because you want to retire your mom is not going to make you 100K. Using it as fuel to add on so you stay consistent is going to be the thing. That's what happened for me, right? Like I want everyone to know the bag boy job, I hate it so much, consistency. So it is a two-pronged formula. I want everybody to know this. It is knowledge plus consistency is equal to $100,000 per year. We'll talk about what those two are and what they take. But this is the thing I think of looking at those 50 people I talk with, right? 100K a year. For $1 million a year, that's another day. There's one extra leg upon that, and that is actually what we call practicality or, intelligence, brain power. Because the issue is you can be super consistent and super knowledgeable, and you can still keep 100K a year, 300K or whatever it is. That's all you do, right? And what I can tell everybody watching this is if you have the knowledge and you have the consistency, you will lead to success. And what is the knowledge, right? Honestly, guys and gals, the knowledge is just knowing what to do. Like really, it's nothing crazy. It's freewholesaling.com. That is what it is. FREEWHOLESALING. Freewholesaling.com. That is what the knowledge is. Freewholesaling.com. Learning exactly the in and outs, the scripts for cold calling, how to do bandit sign, where to wholesale, what's the best thing to do, virtual wholesaling, where's the best areas for virtual wholesaling, all the really basic stuff. And when I say knowledge, it's not like knowing this Harvard, like super quantum mechanic. It's none of these crazy, complicated, stressful things at all, really. It's actually really stupid simple. And I want everybody watching this to really understand this, that like going out here and keeping consistent and having the knowledge, it's not the super duper special knowledge that's going to lead to all the success. It's just the basic knowledge of like what to do the right way. And this is like, it's really kind of aiming the bow. Like the bow's the work, but like where you're aiming, that's the knowledge. So where am I going to aim the work? Do I aim the work cold calling a pre-foreclosure list in this bad market? I'm doing the work, but you don't have the knowledge, you're doing it wrong. And I could have the perfect aim, but if I'm not hitting the bow, like if I'm not just taking the shots, it's not going to be good, right? You have to use both of them together in tangent, right? So let's go back to the knowledge and consistency part, right? So if I'm aiming well because I got the knowledge, but if I don't have the work, it's stupid, right? And if I have the perfect work, but it's not aimed right, you're never going to hit target. And this is the two things you have to have. You can't have just one or the other or be really good at one thing or the other. Like it's got to be both. And what is the consistency? The consistency is the work. It's putting in the work. You can put in the work one day. Anyone can do that. But putting in the work every single day, 365, all the time, that's the part that's hard. That's the part that is not sexy or nice. It's the boring work. But it's doing the boring work every single day that leads to the nice, attractive results. Nobody wants to talk about this. Nobody wants to have this conversation of how I can bring you to 100K. Everybody wants the conversation how I can get you a Lamborghini. How can I get you the supermodels? How can I get you the cool watch, the whip, everything, the boat, the mansion, the yacht? Everyone's talking about that. Those are the conversations everybody wants to have. And everybody loves to say that they're going to do it. Everyone loves that, right? It's sexy and great. Saying you can, saying you're going to do it, right? I was reading something the other day and it basically states that, you get released dopamine when you say you're going to do a really cool thing. You don't even have to do it. The dopamine still gets released in your mind. And it's almost comparable to actually doing it because sometimes you're even tricking your brain until you did it. And that's a very dangerous thing human beings have. And let me repeat that one more time. Saying you're doing it, speaking it is almost as like in public to people is releasing almost the same amount of dopamine as actually doing the thing. Oh, I'm going to run up $100,000 this year in wholesaling assignment fees. I'm going to do it. I'm on track right now to do it. Sounds exciting. Sounds great in your head. Like, oh my gosh, I'm there. And like your brain thinks you're getting there, right? But the truth is if you're not doing it, it's a different convo in December than it is in January. End of the season, it destroys most people. And what I want everybody to understand is saying it is so much different than doing it. And I want everybody to really think about themselves. When they say, do they have the true belief in their soul that they can? And if you truly want to back those words up, that you're going to say that you can do it, you got to put in the work. You got to do the thing every single day that absolutely sucks. The cold calling every day. Putting the bandit signs out in the morning if you have to. After work, cold calling. After work, going to the appointment. After work, doing that follow-up that you didn't want to do, but just doing it anyway. Guys, the true winners, the people that I talk to, they all do the stuff that they don't want to do. I don't want to do some stuff sometimes, but I do it. You know why? Because I'm a winner. I win. I win in anything I put my mind to basically in my life. Not because I'm the best at it, not because I'm the most talented, but I just do it. And you'll see the consistent thing on most winners in wholesaling real estate is that they are the few. They are the ones that do the things that don't want to be done. But because it's hard to do, and when you do them, you become the ones that are admired in society, especially in the wholesaling community. And so if anybody's watching this, I want you to say like, say all you want. Go do it. Prove me wrong. I tell everybody to prove me wrong. I had one guy saying, Zach, your cold calling script sucks. It's the worst one in the world. I had one guy told me last week it was the worst thing in the world. I literally replied back one thing: prove me wrong. Guys, I've been saying that I think for years now. I haven't had one guy say, you know what, Zach, I didn't use your script and I made $1 million this year. It doesn't happen. Okay. Like it don't happen. And so I want everybody to understand that like saying whatever you're going to say is different. Like do the work, prove me wrong, but I'm undefeated in the statement. And I will probably always be undefeated in the statement. But if you do not put the work in, you will not be successful. You will not make 100K in wholesaling by just sitting on your bum all day and not doing the work. 100% of the people in wholesaling that do well, they do the work. They do it every single day. They do it consistently. Consistency breeds success. And this is why the formula stays true today. The knowledge plus consistency will make you 100 grand a year. I can battle out with anybody who wants to yap all day about this. Why do people pay for coaching? Because they want the consistency, because they don't think they're consistent enough, because they don't have the drive enough in their heart. I'm telling you, it's the heart of a champion. That's what it takes. This is why you get so excited talking about doing something than actually doing it yourself. Do it every single day and it will happen. This is your year. Doing it actually matters. Saying you're doing it, that's great. That's nice. That's sexy. That's great. But actually doing it, that is the thing that matters. That is the thing you must do. That is the thing that is going to lead to your wholesaling real estate success. And if I can leave you on one thing to think about here, just one sentence on how you're going to get to $100,000 this year in wholesaling real estate. One thing that's going to change you. One thing that's going to change everybody watching this. And it's a simple sentence. And I'm not saying this to brag. I'm not saying this to be rambunctious. I'm not saying I can say this the humblest in my heart I can say this, because I don't need to prove anything to anybody in my life. I made my money. I'm still making my money. I'm going to make more money this year than ever. It's going to be the best year of wholesaling my life, financially for my life too, and personally, everything. But it's because of one really simple thing. And I hate to say this, but like, this is the truth. And this is the one sentence you got to think about. No one's going to tell you. But losers lose and winners win. Winners win and losers lose. There's no if and buts about it. But the true people that win in wholesaling real estate, they won. They earned it. You can't take it away from them. The losers, they're going to be sulky. They're going to be salty. They're going to be sad. They're going to blame somebody for why it's not happening in their life. They're going to blame it. But the winners, they could have stopped when it got hard. They could have quit. They could have decided, this is it, I'm going to blame somebody else. They didn't stop. They just went after it. They stopped at the excuses. The winners don't care. The winners don't care how many times they got shoved down until they won. They just kept going. And the truth is, in wholesaling real estate, you're in the two camps. I'm not calling you a loser. You're starting out. You haven't made the 100K. You're just a winner in training, right? Like, that's the one thing you are. And you only become a loser when you quit, right? And that's the coolest part. You're still in the game. You're still in the match. You're still in the fight. You're still in whatever it is. You don't lose until you throw in the towel. And the coolest part about wholesaling real estate is there's no time limit to the fight. Fight only stops when you decide to stop. And the truth is that this fight is a fight. It's not actually against anybody, really. It's against the person you're looking at right now. Well, you're looking at me right now. It's just the person that's looking in front of you in the mirror. It's the person you are. And that's the true fight you have. And that is the hardest opponent you will ever have in your life. It's not your competition. It's not this exterior factor. It's none of those things. The hardest opponent you must win against is yourself. And I'm telling you, I was a tough person to beat. I was an excuse maker. I was someone that decided to be a little quitter sometimes, and a little baby, but I decided to whip that person's butt and become a winner. The ones that in wholesaling real estate, they're making 100K, that are winning, they won. They do the work. They did it. The ones that don't, they're making the excuses. The truth is, if you want to become a winner, do what winners do. Do the consistent part. Do the knowledge part. What I've seen, they go to freewholesaling.com. They subscribe to the channel. They hop in the live streams. They ask questions. They do the one-on-ones. They consistently do what it takes every single day. But the ones that make the excuses, oh, my market's so hard. Wholesaling's so difficult. Oh, this is just such a difficult thing to do. I'm such a bad market. That's how a loser thinks. You don't hear the winners do it. Guys, I want you guys to think of one thing. And I hate the sports analogies that sometimes people get upset with, but it's something you have to think of. Think about this in two specific ways. Think of it, do it politically, whatever it is, a battle. It's a battle between two people. It's a battle between two big teams. You can do it through presidential winners. You can do it in people that win a boxing match. Heck, people win a football game. When you interview that guy or gal that won that intense struggle, think about it like a marathon, all right? Let's do the New York City Women's Marathon 2004, all right? Look at the interview. You're going to look at the winner, okay? Did that winner say, I didn't believe in myself. That was so difficult. This is just so hard. It was so hard. It was just so difficult. This is just, they don't, they're tired. They're winded. They're defeated, but they don't have that negative self-doubt after they win. Believed it from the start. They knew it was a challenge. They embraced it. They sucked it up and they did it and they won. They had that belief in their soul, their conviction. They consistently didn't quit. They probably thought of quitting. They never quit because they're a winner. And then go out here and look at a sore, stinking loser. Look at those interviews. Look at them all the time. It's always blaming somebody else. Always that. Some people take it up, own it up. Hey, I lost and I got to do better next time. Some people are like that because there's usually winners that lose and they say that and then they go back and win, right? And this is the thing you have to look at between winners and losers when it comes to wholesaling real estate. I'm not calling anybody a loser. You're a loser when you quit. You're currently not a loser right now. You're a winner in training. But if you give up the towel and stop consistently doing the action, it's when you lose out. So I want everybody to understand this. You will make $100,000 per year if you follow those two things: consistency and knowledge. If you do not put in the work every single day, you will not become a champion. You will not become a winner. And just think about it. Winners win, losers lose. If you want to become a winner, do what winners do. Think of a winner, be a winner, and do what winners have to do. I've had a lot of moments in my life where I had self-doubt of exactly how I can become successful in wholesaling. I had a lot of breaking points, especially starting out. I would like to say that I've had a lot of excuses being thrown at me. Even this week, yesterday in the Facebook group, I had one guy saying, I have such a hard schedule. This one guy said, I had such a difficult schedule. I'm not making fun of this person, but I get this all the time. I work a full-time job and I got to deal with this, and this, and that. And guys, there's always somebody that has something hard in your life, right? And I don't break down any struggles I have in my personal life because it doesn't matter. It doesn't stinking matter. The check at the end of the day of me becoming successful in wholesaling real estate, it doesn't matter what personal life struggles I have. It just makes it harder or less hard. But guys, I was somebody that had every reason in the world to quit, to not become successful. But guys, like, I'll tell you, there's no excuses right now. 40 hours a week working as a bag boy, full-time high school, took, I think, half college classes, junior, senior year, 2 varsity sports. And then on top of that, I started wholesaling real estate on top of wrestling and then doing all this stuff, right? And it made my 100K. And it was not fun. It was not easy, but I made it work, right? And then obviously when college was a lot easier because I didn't have to do all that stinking stuff. But like, was I tired? All the time. Did I not want to get up at 5 a.m. to do bandit signs before school? Oh, all the time. But I did it anyway. And, you know, not proud of some ways I had to wake myself up in the morning, but I just did it. Throw cold water on my face, go through it. A lot of Gary Vee videos. But it brought me to the point of getting up in the morning and doing the work and just doing what had to be done because I was a winner. And I decided I was going to do whatever it took to become a winner. And so guys, to live the life that you think you deserve and the thing you think you should get, act accordingly and don't get there. So guys, that's my message for everybody watching this today. Winners win, losers lose. If you want to make your $100,000 this year, do what it takes. Get the knowledge up, get rich in the mind, and start making the money. The reason why you can take all my money away from me, throw me in whatever alley and make me homeless, okay? Throw me in Dallas, Texas, make me homeless, give me no money, throw me in the middle of the street, Dewey Plaza, and how in under a year I can make easily 100K. Probably in about 3 months, I could probably do it if I got like bare bones nothing. It's not fun, but it's possible. How am I able to do that? First of all, I'd run to the library as quick as I possibly can. Go to the water fountain, get some water, get a library card, start virtual wholesaling, right? That's probably good. Honestly, that'd be the first thing I'd do. I'd probably go to the library, start pulling a code violation list, and just start calling and start going from there, right? There's some really cool tricks I could do if you gave me no money, how to actually do it. First thing I would probably do is I would probably try to get at least $5. That's the fastest thing I would probably do. So I'd probably go to the library. I would probably ask to take some pencils, try to sell some pencils for $1, door knocking, get a couple bucks. And then I'd probably buy a case of water for $5, $6, go on a hot day in the summer, flip that to $15, keep doing that till I got 100, and then probably get sticky notes and then reverse drive for dollars, go from there, right? Get a title company and go from there, right? But like the reason why I can do all that stuff, you took the money away from me. Like, so is the money the thing that's the thing? No, it's not the money. It's the thing in my head. So if you gave me, you know, I still own my house, right? Like I'm still in the place I'm at. If you took all my money away from me, I could probably run it back in a year. Pretty easy. Why? It's because the knowledge I have. It's just, if you put me in 15-year-old Zach bodies, I'm probably gonna make even more money because I got extra time. But like, it's not the money that's making me more money. It's the knowledge, the thing that I have in my head. So I want everybody to understand this, that it's what's in the head that's really rich. And so if you have the energy to go out there, do it. So guys, how do you make 100K? Freewholesaling.com, consistency. Freewholesaling.com, and the work, you'll do well. Hop on the live streams, talk to me one-on-one. I want to help you become a millionaire in wholesaling real estate, and know for a fact I can help you become that.